Excuse me, are you Cecilius, the famous healer?
I am a healer only through the grace of the illuminated. What can I do for you, my child?
My cousin, the governor of New Serene, is in dreadful pain.
Well, that's terribly sad. Was he wounded in combat? Was it during the Coin Guards' rebellion?
Alas, no. He is afflicted with the Malachor, and his days are numbered. We're looking for a cure, but...
Now that's a true miracle that you require. And I fear that they're extremely rare in these pagan lands.
Cecilius, my friend. If there's anyone on this island capable of helping the governor, it is you. Have you not been blessed by the illuminated? Is it not your obligation to aid our allies? Without them, who knows what would have happened to our holy city during the plot?
Petrus, you always knew how to weave words to get what you want. Very good. I'll go to New Serene and try to ease the governor's pain, but do not feed on vain hopes. There are trials that we must accept to undertake with humility.
Thousand thanks, Cecilius.
May the illuminated go with you, my child. There is no miracle that he cannot accomplish. I will pray that you find this cure that we need so desperately.
I have not lost hope.
Cecilius is an extraordinary healer. I'm certain he'll be able to at least alleviate Constantine's pain.
I do not know your magic very well. But if it's so powerful, why would you have to come here to look for an antidote?
All I'm hoping for is that he will manage to give my cousin some time and some respite while we look for an antidote.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I'm asleep.
Desade, I'm happy. Can I do...
Where do you come from, Afra?
From Alima near Al-Sad. It is but a small town, but there is a particular... My parents wanted me to become an astronomer, but I was always more intrigued by life rather than distant stars. For this reason, I left Alima quite early to study in the capital.
When did you arrive on the island?
A little more than 2 years ago. My master, Dr. Vasili, suggested that he needed help cataloguing all the unknown plants. How could I decline such an offer?
Do you miss the continent, your city?
No. When I arrived on this island, I immediately knew that it...
I'm under the impression that you've not learned as many things as you wanted by observing Dunkus...
That's true. I hoped to discover the physical, but instead, I don't know, the links that connects them and the power of their culture. I wonder if this couldn't become another subject for study. If I said that in Al-Sad, people would think I've gone mad, but learning about the natives would allow us to stop being a...
I must leave you.
Here comes our prey, boys! Tuppence. All these blue bloods, they aren't worth tuppence.
Halt! No one enters!
Brutes! Leave me! I will follow you.
Come now, be reasonable. Our people require the talent of a doctor, and we would prefer to have an accident is quick in coming. We wouldn't want to.
I do not know what these brutes want with the doctor, but we cannot let them get away.
Well, well.
You need to leave the doctor alone.
Is that so? Well,
Grenade!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
What a terrible mess. What a bunch of it. I don't know where they wanted to take me, but those...
I'm happy to have been of service. Nevertheless...
Are you in need of a doctor?
Indeed. My cousin is suffering from the Malachor.
But you still hope. Because surrender is unbearable. I came here because I couldn't bear to watch the sick. I had hoped to never see a case of this disgust.
Your experience with the disease might be helpful.
You hope that a few days can bring you what we couldn't find in years. You are extreme. I would like nothing more than to send you looking for help elsewhere. But I cannot refuse. Not after your intervention back there. You are so... I shall leave immediately for New Serene. I'll do my best to help your cousin. That's all that I'm in a position.
Thank you, Doctor.
This woman is the best Alliance doctor on this island. If anyone can cure your cousin, it's her.
She didn't seem to think she could do much.
We can only hope that she will manage to alleviate his condition.
Halt! No! out! Who do you think you are to defoil our ritual? One of those mind shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself, and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desarde. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
I greet you, Donegad. We are so sorry to have interrupted your ritual. But my friend truly needs your advice.
Don't excuse yourself. Are you the daughter of Bladnid? Are you not a Donegad as well?
It is true. But my powers of healing are far less powerful than your own.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness. The Malachor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit.
It is true. My village needs...
What is going on?
Truly?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do.
Well then,
the situation has become unbearable. And they wanted to convert everyone. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the mind shaker.
And it was also at that time the Tenland started.
There are many wounded. And recently,
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do.
Our master hunter. Or the...
Very well. I'll take care of it. Make preparations to accompany us.
Do not worry. If you see to the concerns of my village, I will be most happy to accompany you.
Let's go and see this master hunter. He may be able to explain all there is to learn about these attacks. Good day. Are you the master? The Donegad, Katasach, spoke to me about...
The Tenlands have been angered. The beasts have always lived here. But they only... Of late, they attack on sight. It may be that the Tenlands killed them.
What can you tell me about the Tenlands?
They are normally very peaceful creatures. Very calm. During the attacks, I noticed that they were...
What do you mean? Were there many victims?
Many wounded. Thanks to the... But the attacks happen more and more. I tried to chase them away. To destroy. And now our children disappear.
Can you tell me who the children are?
A young fisherman and a gatherer.
I will go and see them. I believe I can help you in your fight against the Tenlands.
You must destroy their nests. There are most likely 3 around here. I would have taken care of it, but my village... I did not find the 2 others. So, you must burn them and kill the dominant one. We see them especially at dawn. The night belongs to the Tenlands. That is when they are most awake.
I thank you for your advice. We shall... Isn't it odd that these creatures who are normally passive have become so aggressive?
Yes. Yes. This has never happened in my lifetime.
What do you know? Speak. Lives are at risk.
I do not speak of things I am not sure of. The Renaigse, like you, do not understand the bond we have with nature.
Is there anything that we might be able to do for you?
Besides destroying their nests and fighting the Tenlands, do you know the art of crafting weapons? Our artisan was among the wounded, and my weapon is broken.
I can try to repair it.
Here, in this...
Look, I really need you to tell me what you know about the cause of these attacks.
I regret I cannot speak words about something you would not understand.
What do you know about
the Mind Shakers? They speak of light. All that they want is for us to They want to make us Renaigse. Their words do not touch those old enough to understand. They follow them to their Eden village. And
have you tried to fight them?
No. But some have fought. I think if not for the attacks, no. But hope fled our village. And the week of
It sounds as if the attacks began at a Look, I really need you to tell me what you know about...
I regret I cannot speak words about something you would not understand.
I must be going. Katasach advised us to speak with the families of those missing. Perhaps they might know where the Tenlands have built their nests. Here is your weapon. It has been...
Thank you. It belonged to my master before me. It may be that you are more on Almanar. During my walks, I felt that he called...
Why didn't you try to kill it?
He is very strong. I placed traps all around...
You say he doesn't have his place here. What do you mean?
That he was brought here to attract the others, but I cannot prove this. That is why I didn't...
I must be going. Good day. I've been sent here by your Denegad. He asked me to help you.
I hope he is right, and that you are not like the Mind Shakers. My sister has gone missing.
It is for that very reason that I'm here. To attempt to find her or to understand what has happened.
Then I will tell you what I know.
Your sister, what does she look like? Is she very careful? Does she know?
Oh yes, she knows it very well. But she has been star-eyed of late.
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since, but she never returned. I called...
Do you know where she usually goes picking?
Certainly, in the clearing.
Is there anyone in the village that...
No, everyone loves her.
Why do you say that?
She is beautiful and young. The Mind Shakers...
What do you think has likely happened?
She might have been attacked by the Tenlands. But it was early, and they come out.
You think it might have been something...
I hope. Even if it is a strange hope. Perhaps she was taken by the Moinch. They were pestering her the other day. They behaved without...
But you think that they might have captured her when she was outside of the village? Tell me about the Tenlands.
Before, I only very rarely came across the beasts. But now, they are everywhere. They've even been known to come as close as the clearing where we pick berries.
Do you know how to fight them?
No, I am not a fighter. If you want such advice...
Very well. I will go and investigate this.
It is possible, because before...
Could you tell me anything about the mission?
They are Monasenag. They...
What do you mean?
They came to our beautiful village. Many heard their words and left. We never saw them. I believe that they take the young to serve them. They wanted to take my sister like that, as if she were a too.
The one who's also missing?
Yes. He was very brave.
I'm going to have to go and speak. I must leave now. Good day. My name is de Sardet, from the
Yes, my little brother.
Your Denegar asked me to help you. Any information?
This is true? I hope your words to be heartfelt.
Can you describe your brother for me?
He is young, rather tall, and he is such a nice boy. But he is...
Can you tell me more precisely when he disappeared?
It was 2 days past. I saw him leave.
And you can...
No, he was full of joy.
Did your brother have any...
No, I can't think of anyone who would plan. He didn't get along particularly well with the master. Perhaps the missionaries. He did get into it.
It's still a lead. Was he close?
He has been dreamy and more joyful than... But he no longer wants to share. He told me that he has grown beyond the shadow of his brother.
What do you think most likely happened?
He could have come face to face with Tenlands, but he knew how to avoid them. He got into a fight with them a while back, because of a young...
You think the missionaries might have sought...
I don't know, but he might...
I will go and see. Did your brother know the other girl?
Yes. It is because of...
Could she be the source of his happiness?
I don't think so. They have been...
A promise can be broken. And it might be the reason you're...
Perhaps. But what would it matter?
What can you tell us about...
They are beasts that live near... In all our memories, only if you approach their nests.
Yes, Katasak told me they attacked the villagers. Could you...
I know where to find one. My brother should not have left the village alone.
Could you tell me about
the Moin Shakers? They came here they said it was a perfect place where...
Their words seem to have been to you.
A place full of peace is a dream. And now their stories of light are... But my brother fought with them. They gave trouble. He told me that these Moin Shakers were liars. That they were hurting the more in... I don't really know what to think. If they took them...
The story about the fight compels me to... I must be leaving. It seems our two missing youths were together here. No need for a seer to see that there must have been something more than friendship between them.
De Sardet, can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Given the presence of the tenons in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here. The idea. I must kill the dominant one to destroy
Do you have any news?
Not yet, but I've not given up. Was your sister fond of a young fisherman who also...
They have known each other since they were little.
Only friends?
Yes. He defended her when the mine...
The brother of the young fisherman told me that he suspected him to be in love.
He defended her because he has heart, and because if the boy had a sweetheart, then it must be another young...
I can understand that you would want to protect her reputation, but her life...
You are right. I know she loved this boy.
Why did you hide that from me? I'm not her suitor.
You are a Renaigse. You do. When two young people give themselves to one another, breaking it would mean banishment.
I see. That's why they had to meet.
In the clearing.
I shall go and see if I can find any... I must leave now. Why did it take her so much time to accept that her sister was in love with that boy?
Because her sister was betrothed to another. Breaking a promise is taking the risk of being exiled. Does one's word mean nothing on your island?
Breaking a betrothal would be just as problematic in a noble family of Serene. Why should it be different here? poison on my blade. And let's go! Desarde, can I do anything?
I'm asleep. We are near water, in the area the fisherman's brother mentioned. The nest must be close to here.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Restored. The ideal way. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. Kill the dominant one.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this
Good day. I'm the legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always...
Have you heard about the Tenlin attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given. We offered them our help.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have... To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they...
You haven't been victim of these attacks?
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase...
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light. We have constructed the perfect village, Eden, where they might, in this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and...
You seem to assert that the attacks of these tenlands, whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known. They nest beside...
These are familiar beasts, but hasn't anyone informed? These creatures have been riled up by the demons of the island, who have come sending them against these poor people. They maintain them in a state of fear. There is only one way to truly make these attacks cease, my child. Convert these people.
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart.
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him, ceding victory to the demons. No, my child. We will not leave this place until the light...
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart. You disturb...
And you expect us to obey him? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic soul. No, my child.
I must go. We're going to need to find some leverage if we want to force these missionaries to leave. Perhaps searching through their belongings. One more thing.
Yes?
I must... One more thing.
Yes?
I must...
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
My blade. And let's go!
hunter told me that I would find a nest in this area. At dawn. I should come back later. It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
On my blade. Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
The third nest is destroyed. The Master Hunter will be relieved to hear it, I'm sure. That cavern seems home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great tenland the hunter spoke of.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's see if you can ward off this. Let's see if you can ward off this
I cannot believe that these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them.
Now you understand why some of us fight against Dirinaigse. Their words are always sweet, but all they bring is death.
Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed.
my blade. And let's go! Ward off his fate! Bit of poison on my head. Let's see if we can ward off his fate. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Close to is richting sturing.
Halt! Entering this camp is strictly forbidden.
Very well, soldiers. We're leaving. Excuse me.
You have returned. Were you able to help my village in their troubles?
Not yet.
Then how can I help you?
What can you tell me about your village?
When Shavmai and we, the people of the...
Tell me about the attack.
They start we had to, but you should...
Tell me about the mission.
They say they want, and they...
I need to leave.
Well, on Almanawi.
I found him, but...
He knew every stone on our lands.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and at Tenland, I found both of them.
How terrible. I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth as...
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern, but... It is a dangerous place. Other Tenlands might still...
I have a duty owed to my little brother.
I must be leaving.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Ser Tonsidag, please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the Great Tenland.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts?
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must... I'm so sorry.
I must bring her body back.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could.
I shall follow your counsel on Almanawi.
I must leave now.
once they aren't worth suffering.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
One more thing.
Yes?
I fought against a great number of Tenlans. One that was... Its mere presence seemed to aggravate the others.
A beast sent by the demons.
Stop taking me for a fool. We also found a journal detailing... I have only one piece of advice to give you. Leave, and quickly. Or the Mother Cardinal will learn every detail of your manipulation.
We shall be leaving as soon as possible. But let it be known that you are abandoned.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about your own soul, sister. People have died by you. The nests are destroyed. And with the death of the White Tenland, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
See from your...
Indeed. I put the White Tenland down, who is enraging his kind, and the attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to... Although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted...
This is what provoked the attacks. And brought on...
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas...
Undivorced to your end.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs you.
I have packed what is needed.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze, consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you. Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaigse, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Neither science surgeon nor mage doctor could do a damn thing to alleviate my pain. I give you my last ounce of hope. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.